Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me from. Today is actually a question and answer day, and I'm really so excited about this particular question, even though people feel embarrassed sometimes to ask. But I'd rather you ask me rather than carrying a wrong narrative. And this should apply to anyone. If you're not sure about someone else's situation, always call them and ask them directly rather than carrying rumor or wrong narrative about their situation. It's only now that I work from home, but to be honest, I get this question literally every time I go out and people see me with my white cane, and they will walk to me and ask, and I always feel so humble to respond, to answer them, to explain to them. So it's not a big deal at all. So please, if you have any question, you can drop me a message or leave your question under the comment section, and I'll be so glad to reply to you. So before I go into the question, as usual, I would like to point out again that I'm not a doctor, neither am I a medical practitioner to give any medical advice or make recommendation for treatment. Everything I will be talking about on my platform are practically based on my personal experience, and they are meant for learning purposes and to create awareness. So let's go into it. My number one question: can you see? Has your sight been restored? And what do you mean by being visually impaired? I wouldn't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to respond to the last question in another clip. So please watch out for that. So can I see? Yes, I can see. But I have a limited vision. And what do I mean by that? So we have two categories of sight loss. Is either you have a total loss of sight or you are visually impaired. So mine is visually impaired. Total loss of sight are people that can't see at all. For me, I can see, but I can see partially. And under visual impairment, we have two categories under visual impairment. Is either you have a tunnel vision or you have a peripheral vision. So mine again is tunnel vision, which means I see through the center of my eyes. And I'm going to demonstrate this to you in my second video. So it's either you see through the tunnel vision is seeing through your center vision. So it's either through, some people do have that black part of your eye. Some people it's black, some brown, some blue. So it's only when you see through that part of your eye, that's when you have a tunnel vision. And how does mine occur? So I have 25% vision on my right eye and 67% on my left eye. So it means I can't see with the white parts. I can only see through that dark part of my eyes. But like I said, I would demonstrate the percentage, how it looks. I will demonstrate it in my second video. And to have a peripheral vision is the opposite. So the people that have peripheral vision, they don't see with that center part. They see, with the outer part. That's the white one. They see with the outer part. So it's the opposite of tunnel vision. And how does it affect me? Why do I use the white cane? Because people do ask me that as well. The reason why I use the white cane is because I only see through, with the center. I only see my center with the center vision. It means I don't see anything outside this area. Even though the way I'm making my hand now, I can't see my hand on the right, but I can see the one on the left, because my left eye is not really badly affected. This right one is badly affected, so I can't see my hand. I can see it through the video, but like the way I'm doing it right now, I can't see my hand moving. And it also means I can't see anything below my chin if I'm looking straight, and I can't see anything above my head. So let's assume I'm walking on the street and there's a tree hanging somewhere above my head. I won't be able to see it. But the most dangerous part is when you're walking and you can't see below your chin. So if there's any obstruction in front of me, I won't be able to see, and that's why I use the white cane to navigate. Another reason why I use the white cane is to notify anyone around me, people around me, to be aware. For example, if I'm walking on the street and a car is coming on my left or my right, the moment they see me with a white cane, they know straight away that, okay, this person is not actually seeing properly. And what would they do at that point? They will have to stop for me to pass, or before I can realize that, oh, they are there, then it's either I stop or they will stop first. And for those that are coming or walking on the street as well, is for them to also be aware, so that we don't bump on each other. Especially with my right eye, when you're coming towards me on my right eye, I may not be able to see you. And what happens? We collide on each other. And by the time you know it, maybe it's an ambulance that will come and pick the two of us from that particular point. And to avoid all this happening, this is why I use the white cane to navigate and to also make people around me aware. So it's to keep myself safe and to keep other people safe as well.